Happy holidays, beautiful souls. Hello, Marie. Hello, everybody on the chat. Hello, Jazzy.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Hello, everyone. Jasper today is our naughty elf. So he wanted to get into the theme of our Christmas. So there we go. He can hardly see. He said, I can see without my eyes. Okay.
You know what's so funny? We have to tell people that when we joined on the chat, we did not tell each other to wear a Santa hat at all.
Nope, we didn't. It was funny. I was putting that there going, oh, I wonder if Elisa will do something like that. And I just knew I had to, and I luckily found one in my cupboard. And I was going, yeah. And then she comes on. I went, excellent, great minds.
Yes, absolutely. Great minds. And, we were telling stories about how it's that how we think we should talk about passing the kindness or how to pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
During Christmas, and how it really can change people's lives. And you know what would you want to tell Marie, everybody, about this?
Yeah, well, I think, Elisa, your story was quite amazing. Do you want to share that?
I'll share it, but not because I want people to
I
know
know.
that I'm doing. But I had asked the universe to send me. I want to help some people this year because I have abundance and I want to share that. So I had asked the universe to send me someone to help in the community where I am. And so I went to the place where everything's like $1, because I was looking for something that I couldn't find anywhere else. That I want a cheap water bottle, spray water bottle, and that's the only place to get it. Otherwise, it's huge water bottle to spray, like gigantic, and I need just like anyway. So I'm over there and I'm trying to think, okay, who can I help? Who can I help? And I'm thinking somebody in front of me, somebody behind me, I'll pay their bill, whatever. And nothing would come up, nothing would come up. And I'm standing in line, I hear the cashier on the other register talking about how she's not doing too good for Christmas because she doesn't have any money, but that she feels very blessed that she has this job, and how she has to come to the job in a bicycle, and how she knows that even though everything's stacking against her, that everything, that it is going to work out. She's reassuring herself. And so it was like, this is her. This is her. She has a need. She has a need. So I I had the $100 in cash, and I I actually stopped the woman that was the cashier was helping, and I said, "Do you mind? Can she stop for a minute so I can give her this money?" And the woman's like, "Oh my God, yes, absolutely." And so I give the woman the money, and she tells me that she cannot take the money, that she doesn't, that she's like, "I can't take this money. I feel like such a loser." And I said, "Honey, I asked the universe this morning, I want to help someone today. You are it." And she's just crying and just so excited, and gave me a hug. I told her everything's going to be okay. And I could tell that the woman that was paying for her stuff, she was like, "Merry Christmas." Like, she was like in shock. And I did not see anybody else's faces. I was just concentrated on these two, but I could tell that it made a huge difference to that woman that was getting all the stuff. Um, and I just could feel the difference in the energy. And I went home so happy, so happy, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, and it was beautiful. And as Elisa was telling me this story before, I was getting quite emotional because it's true. I think we forget sometimes to ask God to be the one that can show us and guide us as to who we can help if we want to do that. So, when we get those intuition hits to actually do something, it might seem weird. I've had some times where I've been told you have to go and get a card and you have to send it to this person. And, you know, the things that come back from that, I don't expect anything back, but they go, that helped me so much. So follow your intuition. And I'd love to know maybe if any of you guys have done any sort of, have any thoughts about paying it forward and asking the universe to guide you as to who may need help, or a situation that might need some help. It doesn't have to be financial. It can just be, you know, anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. So yeah, so if you've got any stories of times where that's happened, pop them up in the chat, because I think it's really inspiring. And I think, Elisa, the important aspect as well as of what you did is it plants seeds for people. How can I be kinder? Because in this world, to me, that's one of the biggest things, is how can I be kinder rather than I guess in lack. How can I be kinder and give? So
Yeah.
that's a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing.
Yes. No, absolutely. Um, it was just the way that I felt after I did it, you know, and again, seeing how it affected the woman that was there. Like, she's just like, Merry Christmas. Oh, that is such a Christmas moment. Like, just like, you know,
Yep.
so
Yep.
it really, that made my day. That really
Yep.
did. It was just
Beautiful.
just yeah, you know, you get so much. That is such a gift for me. That is much more of a gift that anybody
Yep.
could ever give me, you know, that's wrapped up in a little box, you know.
Yep.
This was so special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Elisa, it's true. And I mean, it would have been special for that girl as well. But the other thing to remember as well, it's beautiful to give and it feels amazing. On the other hand, we have to be open to receive. So if someone wants to give to us, then it's, if you can do it with grace and opening your heart. And because I found it really hard to receive for a very long time. And so I read somewhere, if you can't receive it, even if it's a compliment, no matter what it is, give it to God. So, oh, okay, yeah, thanks. I'll give that to God. That's so beautiful. So it's almost like training ourselves to be able to receive, or you don't have a flow of giving and receiving.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. And here's some examples. Joyce was saying that a woman in the snow with a walker attempting to walk. So she turned the car around and put the
Oh,
walker in the car and gave her a ride home. And that's what we're talking about, right? Just doing things of kindness. And it really changes us, I think. It really
yeah,
does. And if you're in full trust that people can't hurt you, right? If you see somebody, for example, a man on the street and he's in need of help, I usually don't think about my safety. You know, when
mhm,
I see that person, it's like, it's a human being, not a man, woman,
yeah.
you know. And if I can, and I'm not going somewhere and I can actually give him a ride, I will, you know, stop the car and give him a ride. So
Yeah. Oh,
um,
that's beautiful. Yeah, Joyce, that's beautiful. And that's exactly what it's about. It's about taking that little bit of extra care rather than being caught up in our own heads, in our own cray cray world. It's actually being able to look around and see what's around us. And, you know, you get it. I find I get a push or an urge, and it's like, okay, all right, I'm just going to step and do this. But I always ask first, and then depending, I'll check out the situation. But yeah, it's beautiful. So yeah,
it's
lovely.
beautiful. And Lady Hawk, also blizzard coming. I have let someone use my car so they don't walk to work.
Oh.
They're broken. So again, just amazing. Just thank you so much for doing these random acts of kindness. Um,
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. And, you know, it takes a lot of trust as well sometimes to be able to give over something that means a lot, that is, you know, often a big asset. And so to do
yeah,
that, especially in snow conditions, like, yeah, that's huge.
yeah, big time, big
Yeah.
time. That's true. There's a lot of trust there for sure, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a place, Marie says there's a place of strength of our sister helps abused women. I donate to the thrift store. This time I bought a bag of food and gave them some money, surprised, and just hugged me. Merry Christmas. Very beautiful.
Oh, that's so
So
lovely.
yes,
It
yes.
doesn't take much, you know, to change someone's world. It
No,
doesn't take a lot. What we often take for granted is sometimes means the world to people, and just the feeling for them that, oh, there's hope still. I'm gonna get emotional. I can just tell it this today. Oh. So yeah,
yeah.
that's so beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Beautiful. I love it. All right. Okay, so with that said, I don't know. Let's see if we have any questions. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, we'll just go back to the beginning
Um,
and have a little look.
okay, so here we go. Okay, so Lila, I got in my mind that Diana will be the announcer on the EBS broadcast. She's definitely the only person that can mellow the masses, normies in a state of panic. Thank you, Elisa and Maree.
Wow, Lila, that's a good left out of left field. I like it. Let's just have a little look and just see if that's a possibility. Okay, that Lady Di. Okay, our King of Cups has come up. So to me, this is an emotional aspect, but there's often something hidden. So temperance, patience. I don't know, because temperance to me is having patience. So I'm feeling that it maybe not be Diana. I think I love it. Yeah. No, I feel she's had too much of a hard journey. I think that would be too much almost for her, because that Nine of Wands is telling us that, she's had a bit of a hard time. No, I feel there's another foundation. There's something else they've got sorted out, because the Four of Pentacles to me is a foundation that's taken a while to build. And they're still sort of working on it a little bit. But I love where you're coming from, Lila. I mean, for us, it would make sense. But, maybe there'd be a lot of people that wouldn't believe it was her as well. So that's the other thing too.
So let me ask you something. I did see something about, well, with the EBS, let me continue with the EBS. I'll ask this question later.
Yeah.
First, let's check and see if there will be an EBS. I know that's something that, it's been kind of strategy that might happen, might not happen. So we need to really kind of get our finger on the pulse to see if that is still the case.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm assuming that EBS is a national emergency system. So I would think it would have to be either the president or the military who would have to do it.
Yeah, yes, that's a really good point, Elisa. So, and Queen of Swords has come up. So to me, there's been a little bit of grief. There's been something going on that hasn't, it's why it hasn't come through, because the Magician's come up. So there's been a little bit hidden. So this is when something's created and there's smoke and mirrors going on to cover something. So it hasn't been the right time, but something will happen, because the Ten of Cups has come up. So this will involve it might be like you say, a country at a time, or it might be, different parts of
big
a country.
Yeah, we had something about the big cities.
Yeah. Okay. So to me, that Ten of Cups is, when there's something's finished, something's final, it's helping to create something better that's in an area. So, and the Three of Swords. So I think there's going to be a lot of discomfort when it comes out, because that Three of Swords can be around something that feels like it's lost, or it's a bit of a heartbreak. So, it's not going to be like, for us, it'll be like, wow, yeah, this is amazing. But for a lot of people, it's not going to be that. And so the timing, everything around that is really important. And there's probably a lot more going on behind the scenes than we even can get our heads around. So but it looks like it will help at some point to bring through some people feeling better.
It feels like it is going to happen then.
Yeah, but still not timing.
Not everywhere, right?
No, not everywhere, not right timing. I mean, I don't know. Are they already having them in Brazil, because of what's been going on there?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And that Queen of Swords came up again. So it's not quite the time to put things out. There's still something going on that might be, not quite right. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see. The next question from Trixie. We were taught that Australia became colonized by prisoners. Who and when were the natives of Australia? So first of all, I'd like to ask to see if that's really true. Because we were always told that Australia was where the UK would send its prisoners to.
Yes.
So I don't think that we've ever looked at that to see if it was true or not.
No. Well, just from a personal story,
Yeah, and I know your personal story, but yeah,
yeah. So let's just
definitely
check.
share if you feel comfortable with
Yeah,
sharing.
of course. Oh, do you want me to share? Yeah. So,
If you
um,
want to.
of
That's
course, of course. So on my mum's side of the family, I think it was her grandfather that owned a business, either in the UK or somewhere like that, long time ago, obviously. And apparently, the story goes that he beat someone up to get money back because it was pretty tough times, and he was owed money, and he was one of the ones that was put in jail and then put on a ship to come out to Australia. And when I did a session, and it was interesting because there was this trait that sort of comes through, especially in the females in the family, where we tend to freeze when we're in situations that are a little bit, I guess, like emotionally tricky. And it came up that it was when he was sent over here, and he left a wife and a child behind back there. So, and going into this really harsh new world, just even surviving the trip over was pretty huge.
oh
So,
yeah.
yeah, and I know they tried to set up one of the states, I think it was South Australia, without any what they would call convicts. And actually, interestingly enough, I don't know if you know this, but we used to call English people pommies. And what it actually stands for is prisoner of Mother England. So, our some of us, our distant relatives were pommies, true pommies. So that's just fascinating. And yeah, they did try, but I think in WA they tried as well, but they ended up needing to bring in the convicts to help build everything and all the rest of it. It's pretty harsh, but yeah. So and who and what were the natives of Australia? Well, there are beautiful Indigenous people. There's so many different tribes, like so many different families that were all over Australia. They say they're the eldest of any of the races on Earth. So they've been here the longest, and their incredible connection to the Earth, to the energy ley lines of the Earth is amazing. They do this thing where they go walkabout, where they get called to go walking across the Earth, and they apparently, I hope I got this right, they follow they call them the song lines. They follow the lines of the Earth, and they're templating and also being templated and templating the energy grid lines as they're walking and getting wisdom. And I mean that, yeah. So really very different cultures within each mob. They call themselves mobs. So yeah. So that's probably a really quick short
Yeah.
version.
Yeah. And that's why obviously I think it is true,
Yeah.
because I know you had told me that story.
Yeah. And I mean, what was done to the beautiful Indigenous people, though, it was almost genocide.
Yeah, absolutely.
And look
Absolutely.
at the
And this
card that
happened
came up.
everywhere.
And, especially in Tasmania, apparently they rounded them up because it's an island. It's just southeast of Australia. It's part of Australia, but and they pushed them off the cliffs until there was not one left. Yeah, it
Oh
was.
my God.
Yeah, I know. So it was pretty tough. Oh, there's so much that went on in the history that was just very
So
cabal,
horrible.
very cabal. Yeah. So I won't
Wow.
even go into it here. My God, we could do a whole thing on it. So, but yeah, Trixie, that's, yeah, interesting. And I suppose we've just normalized that. I've normalized that. So in Australia, it's not like, even in the US, you've got so many more hundreds of years than what we do here with people, Caucasian people being here. And when I go to Europe or UK or anywhere, there's buildings that are like 900 years old, and people have a family tree that they can track back. For us, my auntie tried to do this and do a tree, and I think you get stymied at some points because a lot of us came from Ireland and a little bit of Europe or here or there. And so, churches have burnt down, and you don't know the history of who married who or where you came from or all that sort of stuff. So, it's certainly in a way frees us up as well, because you don't have that huge family tree tie. You just have to live with what you know. So, I mean, you still carry your DNA lineage and memory, but not knowing it on on that family tree level, like a lot of you would.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm.
Wow. Yeah.
So
So, okay. So did we answer Trixie's question about who and
with
when were the natives of Australia? So yeah.
so yeah, well, the only way I can think to answer it is that they were the oldest beings, people, humans on Earth. They say it's the oldest culture, it's the oldest humans. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
mm,
Okay. So a question that I have that has to do with Australia, and please remind me if we already asked this
mm.
question. Did we ever look at if Australia is a corporation of the US?
Yeah, well, I believe it is because all the paperwork's there. They've changed it over the last, I don't know, 30 years, 40 years. They actually changed it. They changed the wording in legislation. They did all of that to actually make it a corporation. So yeah, look at that, the tower card. They've definitely changed it to become a corporation.
Oh,
So
okay. So it was not a corporation from the beginning. It was just lately that it was made into a corporate.
well,
Wow.
in the last 40, yeah. So they set it up, though. They were very clever because they did it under maritime law. So they set it up from a place called, okay, let's see if my memory's going to serve me. One of the big islands, Norfolk Island, I think they set up from there so that they could do it all through maritime law. So they weren't on the land when they were setting up the Commonwealth. So it was very cunning. They had it all planned from, we're talking way back in 29 or 1779 or whenever it was that Australia first, was seen and conquered. But yeah, they did it all so that they could do it through maritime law, which is then why they could change it into a corporation. I've read a lot of history that a lot of people wouldn't know, like the things that have been done here, how they set up the Commonwealth countries.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very different to the US.
All right. So the next question is, what can Maree tell us about personality changes after the you know what? Is it every person that will change? Frontal lobe damage, say.
Mm. Yeah, Lisa, do you have anything you want to talk about around this?
No, the only question I would have is will it affect everybody who has had it? Or are some people able to not be affected at all?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
absolutely.
I think
Yeah,
it's going to depend on the boosters and all that.
and it depends on the person. It depends on, what was in the chariot. It depends on what came through. Because I've done a little bit of research into this, and yeah, look at that. So some people, yeah, it's going to affect. We know about the heart, and I've listened to some of the what do you call it? The undertakers' pathologies, and that the brain's getting affected as well with things they've never seen before. So some people definitely were affected, and it depended on the batch. It depended on what was in it, if it had been kept stable, all sorts of things, and then how that person, as you said, individually would react. So, because some people, it's like they had a placebo, it was like there was
Right.
nothing. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I feel it's very dependent, as you said, on the individual, but also on the batch and also on how stable it was kept, because it was meant to be kept at a certain temperature. And I know here sometimes they'd get dropped off outside a certain medical building, and they'd be sitting out in the sun. So it's like I think a lot of it was luck of the draw.
Wow. Wow.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
but I've got friends that do sort of body work with people, and they can feel it when someone's had it. They can feel it in their energy, in their essence, and yeah. So
Okay. Okay. So I do want to talk about the World Cup because okay, so we can talk about this first. Was it set up? Which
okay,
my understanding is that all games are set up.
yeah. So
Football,
Martin, yeah,
soccer, uh, tennis, like everything is set up.
Yep. I know, it's interesting, isn't it? So let's check Martin and see if it was, first of all, if it was a setup. Because so many people will watch those sort of things. Yeah, look, so so we've got our Two of Pentacles. So this is making a decision about an outcome. So it looks like there was definitely a decision made about an outcome. Yeah, and it was for whatever was desired. So the Nine of Cups has come up. So this is a wish and a desire that's they've actually made. I know, look, King of Swords. So there is a final word that's spoken. So someone actually says, yes, this is how it's going to be. This is the plan. This is, what we're going to experience. And then we've got our Ace of Swords, which to me is saying yes.
Okay.
It was a setup.
Okay. So
Get slammed for that one. But that's what the cards are saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, this is interesting. It Super Shoulders and the Reptiles playing.
Wow. Okay. Another
Yeah.
left field one. Let's have a little look and see. All right. Let me just check. Wow, interesting. Okay, so so we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands together. So to me, I feel that there's actually been a bit of chaos created deliberately with things like this, I guess, coming out. And then the Death card. So to me, it's like this is a transition. This is something that can change, but it doesn't feel, these cards are not telling me that that's a yes. Okay. They're
Right.
no.
Right. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody's talking about Ronaldo. And Ronaldo is, I don't know if you know who he is. He's a famous soccer player.
Okay.
And he is the spokesperson for Save the Children charity.
Yep.
What they're saying is he's actually a handler for the elites, and that he's the one that obviously using Save the Children as the front for trafficking children. So
wow.
is this true?
Let's just see if that particular organization has been used in a way to
traffic children.
We've got our Tower card, so there's definitely something that's been going on with that. The Queen of Cups, which is can be a grief, an emotional grief as well, contemplating. So it wasn't sort of what people might think it was. So it's something that's gone on. Yeah, and okay, so the Nine of Swords has come up. So this is when there's a lot of worry, but to me, it's unnecessary worry. So it feels like something shifted. Yeah, and there's been something in the works that's actually changing that, because our Eight of Pentacles has come up. So they're still working on things, but it looks like there has been some change so that we don't have to worry. Yeah, the World cards come up. So for me, this is saying around the world, there's been a lot of work done to help sort out some of these places that are misusing their power and what they say they stand for.
Yeah. So does that mean that charity specifically is no longer being used for that purpose?
Okay. Yep. Well, that's what the cards were saying, because that's a big one, I think. It's just the feeling, I don't know a lot about it, but it just feels like it was a big one. So let me just see. Yeah, so the Three of Pentacles has come up. So there was definitely a strategy talked about. There was something put in place to help change that up. Yeah, Three of Cups. So we've got a celebration around that. So definitely there was something that happened that's taken out how they did it. Here we go. Got that worry card again. So we can stop worrying, because it's unnecessary worry. So it's really nice to get that confirmation, isn't it? That there is definitely changes that's happened with that Queen of Wands. To me, she's got integrity. She's strong. There's a lot of intuition. There's a lot that's gone on to help shift this. So that's an action card. All good.
Does that mean that Ronaldo has been replaced, or?
Ooh, Yeah.
or he's changed his mind about who he wants to support.
I know, because, you just don't know. There's so many people that are involved in this situation.
Yeah.
So let's just see. I'm just going to tune in and ask if he's actually now helping yet, or if he's gone. Yeah, I sort of feel like, because we've got our Knight of Cups, yeah, he might have changed tunes, because we've got our Page of Pentacles, so playing a new role. So yeah, definitely Nine of Wands has come up. So it's been a hard journey to get there, but yeah, and the Star. So I feel there's been a real shift.
Oh.
I mean, of course, there's usually coercion. Obviously there's
Oh
usually,
yeah.
well, you do this or you do this, that
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I feel he's actually maybe he's changed. He's had to change
Okay.
his attitude.
So something that I saw too, very interesting, that Messi, who is one of the players that was in the winning team, he was celebrating like this, and you see the Illuminati sign right here, tattooed on his arm.
Ooh, wow.
It's like the triangle with the all-seeing eye in it.
Okay. Yeah. So was it like the Eye of Horus, or was it just the triangle with the eye? So
The
it was
triangle
specific.
with the seeing eye inside of it.
And I have read somewhere, I think, that they have to do that if they commit. It's like they have to get some sort of tattoo, yeah, to acknowledge. So
Yeah.
yes, we've got our Knight of Swords. So this is someone definitely, because I was asking about that in particular, and it was definitely someone that's fighting for that side, because
Yeah.
that's what's come through. Again, though, we've got our Page of Pentacles, so something is shifted, something new, I'd say, is happening. Yeah, the Tower. So I feel there's a big change up with a lot of these. There's sort of often a lot of them will probably be given ultimatums, so they change what's been going on.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Very good. Okay, so I kind of went deep dived into that, and now I've lost track to see.
Oh,
Um, let's see. Um, let's see if we can get some answers to this. NPC always strangers, or can it be family and friends?
let's have a little look and see what the
Wondered
cards
about.
tell us. Yeah. Okay, so let's just see. So I'm going to ask anyway. So can they be family and friends that we hang with, or that we know, or have been born into that family? Let me just tune in here with these cards. Wow, so we've got our Queen of Pentacles. So this is someone that's really contemplating their reality and where they're at. So yeah, it could be, and often too, it could be especially the people that we've maybe had the toughest journeys with, because that could be what we've asked for as a soul, and so that's what we've actually brought into our life. King of Pentacles, we're the creators, we're the manifestors, so that could be something very much that we've asked for and created in our life. So look, it's a possibility with these cards. It's telling me that yes, it's a possibility. That it
Wow.
could be
So I
family and
thought,
friends, but
yeah, I thought that was only strangers, like to be like filler. Like if you're at the airport and you're in a low vibration, they put a lot of people there and there's long lines everywhere. I thought that's what NPCs were. I didn't realize that,
it
family or
looks like,
friends
I
could
mean,
be as well.
it's probably not common, because we've got our hermit. So this is usually maybe something, like I said, that we've asked for, or that we've wanted to create. And so that, because the hermits come up, so this is that deep inner wisdom and looking for something. So I don't know that it's going to be really common, but it is a potential. So don't go
Wow.
around thinking that just because your family annoy you that they're NPCs.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, it looks like it's a potential.
Okay. Let's see. So they're looking for an update on metals.
Metals. Yeah. Okay. Wow. You know, and because things probably haven't panned out as quickly as what it was looking like they might have done. Yeah, let's just see what is the upkeep for the up. What's the word? Up message for
Yeah.
our metals. That one's Ace of Wands. So it's really positive. It's positive action is happening for metals. So overall, it's still a very positive thing. Temperance, patience. Okay, so obviously the change, the shift is not quite yet happened. You know, so just have patience with that. I feel everything's being waylaid. Yeah, so there will be an offering because the Six of Cups has come up. So something I feel will happen and we'll see it happening when it's the right time. And then you'll just know. King of Wands. So trust the plan. The King of Wands to me is someone that's they're very trustworthy. But they hold the key to action. So once that King of Wands comes up to me, it's like it tells me this is all going to be, I guess, positive, very positive. So yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, silver has been going up. It was 21 and now it's at 23 something.
Oh wow, I
So
haven't checked for a while actually. So
yeah.
something has to die first because that Ten of Swords has come up. So there's got to be the death of a situation or the death of a whether
Yeah, the
it's
market
something.
has to crash. The
It's
market
got
has
to
to crash.
yeah. So yeah, definitely. And then the King of Pentacles has come up. So that's when we have our beautiful manifestation and our reality change. Okay, but this has to happen first, guys, and there has been a bit of a hold up.
Yeah.
So yeah, because it was coming up that even just before Christmas it might actually skyrocket up, to a point. But yeah, there's obviously something going on behind the scenes that's held things up.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Okay, so I don't see any more questions, and now I'm trying to find my questions.
I'm just gonna check. I just noticed something. I don't often notice the comments, but Wolf Lovers said background people I've met some, and it's so weird. I'd love to know what your feeling was around it, Wolf Love. So, I found when I felt that they've been a background person, that they just don't really want to connect on a deep level. Like as friendly as you are, whatever, they're just very often withdrawn or just stay in their bubble, whatever it is. Yeah. So that was my feeling with actually having met what I thought was some background people. So,
Interesting.
mm,
Okay, so this is something I saw. Heavy metals found in popular dark chocolate brands, Hershey's, Trader Joe's, and Lindt dark chocolate were found to
wow.
contain lead and cadmium, according to a study by Consumer Reports. So I want to
Wow.
see
Does anything surprise you these days?
no, you just want to know because I know us in this community, we tend to eat more healthful and we
Yeah.
tend to eat like dark chocolate, for example.
Yeah.
And my cat is
Is
probably
that
thinking
Indy? Indy's
nothing.
saying Happy Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah. So let's
Okay.
see if
So,
that's true.
all right. Let's just see. Is that something that's been happening? Yeah, because the Four of Cups has come up. So this is something that's been offered, but it's not something we really probably want to know, because yeah, Two of Cups has come up. So there's definitely been some collusion or something that has been done, to create it to not be as healthy as we maybe thought, because that's our Knight of Wands. I think there's going to be a lot that comes out over time that people don't know, that we didn't realize. It's
Yeah.
yeah. So, I feel, but our bodies are amazing. So, if we do some detoxing and this and that, then we can actually get rid of those heavy metals from our body. There's specific detox.
Wow. I mean, like
techniques.
lead.
Well, I know, but you remember
Wow.
we used to have leaded petrol. I mean, so many of us, my age group, we used to use leaded petrol, and I wanted to get some amalgams taken out and get proper, white, what do you call them, porcelain fillings or whatever done. And my dentist is amazing, and he said, Marie, I won't do it until you've done a heavy metal detox. He said, because you need to have your body clear so it can actually get rid of the mercury and everything, because it gets into your brain, it gets into all. So for about 3 months, I did this heavy metal detox, but I got a sample of my hair done, and it was cadmium, which was one of the biggest ones, which is from plastic, and the lead. So, and he said that's from the leaded petrol from all those years, as well as probably whatever else we ingest.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So guys, don't eat at least Hershey's. Well, we know Hershey's is the deep state anyway. Hershey's, Trader Joe's. I don't know if you guys have Trader Joe's there.
No, we don't get that one.
And
Lind.
Lind.
Yeah, we get Lind.
Yep. That one is global.
I know. Lint's, they've been really promoted. So just again, guys, use your intuition, tune in. If you feel it's okay, then go for it. So
I think that's why it's so important that we neutralize all the food that we eat.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. And as a matter of fact, one of the things that I wanted to do was ask about organic food. Is it a PSYOP? Is it really organic? Am I paying so much more money for organic food that's not organic, but we're being told it is? So can we do the cards on organic food to see if it's a big PSYOP to begin with?
And it's interesting, because in Australia, I think you only have to have your land come up as cleared for like 12 months. And after that, I don't think they retest. And plus, people might be using like seeds that aren't organic, or, what do you call them? Heirloom type seeds. They could be so it really depends on the farmers and what their intention is as well. I think that's a big thing, but we'll just check to see if it was deliberately done. So you know what I mean?
So Maree was saying Trader Joe's surprises me. I'm there too. So now I'm wondering if even Trader Joe's might be not the place we think it is.
We just don't know, do we? Okay. So again, so I was sort of asking, has it been a something? So the hermits come up. So this to me is giving people an option. So I don't feel it's a PSYOP, because then we got our 3 of Wands. So this is, again, looking forward to the future and planning things, but letting go of the past. I mean, I love buying my food from a farmer's market where I've got to know the family that actually grow the food. There's some areas here where I know what's going on the land, and I would never buy food that came from those particular areas. When you do a bit of research, you can actually find out what's been underneath. And so I love buying my stuff from this particular family. And so I know it is organic. And if I can't get organic, I'll get pesticide free if I can. So, and then we've got our 9 of Pentacles. So yeah, it is, I guess it's our intention, it's our attitude. I'm sure some places, I've actually know of some places that I know aren't organic, and yet they've had that stamp of approval. So use your intuition, guys. And I feel that's why our hermit cards come up. Sometimes you can clean it. You can get particular fruit and veggie cleaners that you use in water and soak in is it bicarb soda and vinegar and things like that, or just vinegar. Can't remember now, but that as well can help. So just use your intuition as to what's right for you. It doesn't look like it was a complete PSYOP.
Okay. Can we trust over here? We have this little circle that says organic. Can we trust that symbol? If it has that symbol, can we trust that it is organic?
Well, that's what I was saying. Over here, they can say they're organic, but then they might go and not do the right things. So, just let's have a look and see what this card is. Okay. So the 10 of Pentacles has come up. So I would say that to a level, yes, because this is an abundance card and there's a lot of people in there. So mostly yes. Again, use your intuition.
That makes me feel better. Makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just know where I like to know where my source is. I like to know where the land is that they're getting it from and growing it on. And
yeah. Okay. Over here, we can't. There's no way to know
Oh,
that.
okay.
Okay. Go ahead, everybody. It's time for that to put the 888 on the chat if you want a reading from Maree. If you want a reading from Maree, go ahead and put 888 on the chat, and I will ask my next question.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is from one of our followers that usually can watches our videos the next day.
Yeah.
Astrid Groth.
Yeah.
And it says in Norway, they're closing down many birthing places and departments for birth in hospitals all over the country. And she wonders if it's because of the jab. Can we ask about this?
So what are they doing? They're closing down the hospital aspect of it, or are these like the birthing clinics?
Centers, birthing places, and departments in hospitals.
Wow. Okay. So let's just see I wonder if it's staffing or finances. Let's have a look and see if we can get any clarity on that, Astrid.
Yeah.
Interesting, because we've got our Knight of Pentacles. So to me, this is bringing a message about a situation or about a reality. Patience. Yeah, I feel that there's I feel it's financial as much as it is, because it's a change of scene, change of situation, change of thought process. I feel they're just lacking because the Six of Cups has come up. So there's not enough being offered. Maybe there's not enough staff. Maybe there's not enough, finances. Yeah, probably finances, King of Pentacles. So I would say, so that's, the master creator of finances, a reality as well. I think it's a combination from these cards, Astrid. It's like they don't have enough staff, they don't have enough finances, because that's a really weird thing to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was actually reading some research the other day, and they were saying it's something like 4,000% increase in miscarriages from this.
Is that even
4,000%.
true? We should even look at the number to see if that's
that
even
came
true.
from that did come from Dayers.
Well, then it's probably higher then.
That's exactly right. They say anywhere from only 1 to 10% actually is recorded, and there's been so much sort of suppression of the recording anyway. So let's just have a look and see. Yeah, so the Hierophant. So this is controlled. So it's very controlled as to what's coming out. So look at that. Death and transformation. So this has been a slow suppression of how much. So look, it's a combination of factors, that whole thing. Wheel of Fortune, there's been a really big change in the situation around pregnancies and miscarriages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. All right, our lucky follower is Serena Brooks.
Serena, hello. Okay, so Serena, the usual story. I'm going to tune in through my higher self into your higher self, and just see if there's anything that maybe would be helpful for you at the moment to know or to hear. Okay, all right. So I'm just going to pop my cards out and just see which ones come out for you. Oh, that one's hot. Oh, yeah.
And okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Serena, the first card that's come out for you is the Chariot. So this is, to me, when the Chariot comes through, it's also about understanding yourself a little more, and you're moving in a direction that it's made you look at who you are, look at what you're doing, and how you're reacting to things, because the Five of Swords has come up. So just be mindful with your thoughts about yourself. Don't get yourself into too much chaos internally, because you are making some big changes with that Chariot card coming through. And, your hard work is going to pay off. King of Swords, really clear clarity. You trust what thoughts you're getting now. Okay, so you're moving from that conflict that's within your mind into a much clearer way, and your communication will actually feel easier and clearer as well, because you've got your Star card now. That's gorgeous. This is bringing through our higher self, and I actually saw you going, upwards from your body this way. So to me, that means you're tapping in to something that's spiritual. You're tapping into your higher self, and trust that, because this can go a little bit by the way, but I really feel for you, your emotions are going to be much more settled, and you're going to actually trust yourself a lot more. 3 of Cups, girl. You've got the celebration happening. So be really happy with yourself, because honestly, the first thing I saw was you coming up upwards. So you're really connecting in. So really keep connecting into that beautiful higher aspect of yourself, that divine being that's within you. So trust. And if your mind goes into a little bit of confusion, just stop and keep yourself clear, because whatever work you've done it really well. Okay, so they're the cards. So keep doing what you're doing, keep your mind clear, and you've had success, really good success. So if you've been questioning, oh, have I done the right work? Am I moving anywhere? You are. It's really good. So yeah, so that's for Serena.
Very nice. All right. So the next question is from Maple Tree. So she's been asking if this universe is an experimental universe.
Okay, so that's what better universe means, is that it's experimental.
Beta means brand new, like pretest to the real thing is what
okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Shanna, thank you for the question, Shanna. I wanted to ask that too, so we'll ask that.
Okay, so let's just check. So is this a prequel? Is this a pretest, or is this? No, I really feel that what goes on here is relevant, because we've got our Wheel of Fortune card. So it does shift things, it does move things, it does grow things here. The Chariot has just come up. So as we were talking about with Serena, it was there's been a lot of work done. There's been, finding a lot of balance to keep moving forward. So it feels to me from these cards, 9 of Cups, so wishes and desires. So we have been creating. So to me, if we're creating, then it's real in itself. Anything that's created, energy that's created, can't be destroyed. So I feel there's a lot going on here. It's not just a test.
It's not a test.
No.
Universe.
So, but it's a good question. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm glad Shanna's asking this. I actually just bought this book to read it. So Shanna and I must be on the same wavelength. So is the Thuba prophecy, the golden planet, factual or fiction, or a mix of both?
Okay. So what are your thoughts on it, Elisa, or not?
I haven't started reading it yet.
Oh, you haven't? So what made you buy it?
So, Journey to Truth, which is a YouTube channel, was interviewing one of the guys that either wrote it or had something to do with it. I don't know. And it was fascinating. So, and it was based on this book, The Thuba Prophecy, the Golden Planet. So, I don't know why, I just felt like I needed to read it because I wanted to know more detail.
Okay, all right. So let's just see if we've got, what it's entailing, or how if the information that came through is factual. Okay, so the Lovers card has come up. So I feel a lot of it may have been also channeled.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm. Oh, okay. So there's a lot that's been channeled. So that's nice confirmation. And some of it, of course, relies on interpretation. So if whatever we're channeling, when we're a conduit, we're going to flavor it with who we are and what our gnosis is and what our understanding of things are. So it could be flavored slightly, so that it's maybe not what the original channeling was, but it's setting up a foundation. I feel there's been a long time setting up this foundation to actually write this book. So yeah, it does feel like there's integrity there as much as is possible. Chariot again. God, this is the flavor card of today, isn't it? So there was a lot of work done to get some balancing, to go through, getting it to a point where you could have the best information coming through and moving that on, or bringing that forward. So to me, it feels like there is integrity in it. Yeah, 9 of Cups. So wishes and desires. nothing's going to be 100% accurate because everyone has a different perspective of life, but they're really good cards for that book. So I'd
Okay.
be interested to hear what your thoughts are on it once you have read it.
Yeah, definitely. I will. I was gonna start. Serena Brooks says thank you. Okay. There's another book. I'm not gonna tell you who the author is,
Yeah.
but can you see the accuracy on a book called Our Cosmic Origins? And the author has the letters IS. No, IP.
Okay.
Just to make
Yeah.
sure that the universe knows what I mean. It's the
Okay.
book that I bought,
Oh, okay.
that I gave away.
Gotcha. Okay. So we want to ask about what the accuracy of the book. Is that what you're asking? Or,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. So let's just see. Okay. That one's really hot too. Yeah. So, okay. So some of it, yes. So I feel that there's, again, there could have been something lost in translation because the Temperance card is patience and then moving from one place to another, or one where you are in your mind to another. So it was, I feel it was done with a good intention again. So, and then we've got our Six of Cups. So what's being offered, you don't always have to take it. Because when I look at the little girl, she's looking down here at these cups. So you don't always have to take on board what's being offered. Okay, you take on board what's right for you, because we've got our Ace of Cups, which is an emotional fulfillment. So for some people, it would resonate and it would be where they're at. So again, everything has something to offer. So Five of Swords. So for some people, it might have brought up some confusion or asking themselves questions, or hang on a minute, I don't know if this is actually right for me. Yeah. King of Cups. So for some people, it could be emotionally fulfilling, but there's something that's hidden in it as well. That's maybe not as precise or as clear as what it could be.
Yeah. So interesting. I'm reading the comments, and yeah, I tried to read it. I tried.
Yeah.
And I was like, nope. So I gave it away. So that's why I'm asking, how much of it is actually true.
Yeah.
Not that there's one true reality. So it's almost like that's a trick question, but
that's what the cards were saying, that there's definitely something hidden. And if you're picking up that it's not right for you, it's not going to fill up your cup, it's not going to emotionally work for you, then don't go there, because it's maybe for people that need that at this stage.
okay.
I mean, we all take on things that maybe aren't the truth, but then once we work through things, we'll go, oh, hang on a minute, I don't know if I agree with that anymore. So maybe it's a stepping stone for some people.
Yeah, possibly. Again, I had to give it away because
it just didn't resonate with you. Yeah. And that's why it's so important to use our intuition, because there's some things you just be reading it going, oh, this just doesn't sit well, this isn't right for me. It would frustrate you more than it would actually help you. So Seven of Cups has come up. So it would create chaos for you emotionally, reading something that your soul didn't resonate with.
And it did. It was just like, I just,
interesting, isn't it? So just keep trusting your intuition, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sounds like many of us are trusting our intuition.
Is that what everyone's saying
on here? Yeah. Trigel says he wasn't able to open it, and like,
wow, isn't this interesting? And I haven't even heard of it.
So how much I want to watch. After a few spelling mistakes, I had to put it down.
Okay.
That also was bugging the crap out of me. That was, but that wasn't the main reason. It was just like I'm reading it and I'm going, blah, 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 blah. Like,
Yeah, it didn't
yeah, no,
resonate. But
no.
isn't it wonderful that we've got things in life that we can actually then use that muscle of intuition to say yes or no to and really trust it?
Well,
So,
and I think,
yeah,
now that you bring that up, that was something that I wanted to bring to our community.
yeah,
And I'm going to make myself big
yeah,
because I
yeah,
feel
good,
it's important.
good.
So I am noticing that in our community, and I'm not talking about you guys on the live chat or anything like that. I'm talking about holistically in the truther community. We hear negative. We hear comments like, "Oh, Ebola's coming. It's wiping 100% of the world." Guys, haven't we been through this? Come on. You guys, you have to trust. You have to go within. If you see something that is negative, that doesn't feel right to you, instead of going, let me go ask about this, no, just immediately say, not in my reality. I don't approve of this. It's not going to happen in my reality. No, no, no. We have got to take our power back. We are giving our power away, and we just have got to take our power back. I mean, seriously. um I'm losing my mind when I'm seeing these questions. I belong to Tarot by Janine, her
Oh,
membership,
yeah.
and I'm reading through the comments to try to get some ideas for questions. Oh my God, Phil G says that Ebola is coming and it's going to wipe out 100% of the people. And it's like, okay, uh, how can somebody in our community be asking that question? Right?
Yeah,
Like, haven't
exactly.
we, how, when we say go within, and does it resonate? Does it, it's just, guys, I really, really want you to please go within. Even the questions that you ask here, let's go within and go, okay, how do I feel about this? Like Maree says, drop into your heart space. What does your heart tell you? Okay. Yeah, feels, or, oh, that feels good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can come and ask the cards if you want to, right? But my God, would it be a dream to not have it, right? Any questions come through, because then everybody's trusting themselves. Everybody's having, trusting their intuition and everything. And yes, I love it. I love that you're here. I do. But guys, we are at a stage where none of us should be asking the questions about that the deep state is doing this or the deep state is doing that. Guys, they're gone. They are just playing a movie for us to wake up. For the ones that have not awakened, it is a movie for them. So please, 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 if you see any of that stuff, I beg you, go within, trust the plan, trust the process. Know that this is a movie we're watching, and just don't feed that energy, because we can make it happen. We can make it happen if we all believe that crap. So don't believe the crap.
I love it. Oh, God, I love your passion. So
Well,
good.
it's my spicy Puerto Rican coming through.
Oh,
But
yeah, bring it on. But and I think it's great. So, but and discussing things is good too, because it can bring more clarity. Like, you have your knowing, and then it's like, okay, that's just opened up another perspective and another way for me to be able to look at this. And I think that's what the beauty. That's why I love this show, and I love this group, because people are really wise, and it sort of comes through like that. Like, I'm often left going, oh God, that was such a good way to look at that. I'm going to go in and have a, like, sit with it and see what comes through for me. So that's,
yeah,
you're spot on, Elisa. You're
yeah,
spot on.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Let the fear go. Let it,
yeah.
you are the creator of your reality. As a creator, when I present it with stuff like that, I'm like, no, no, not in my reality. Erase, like, not gonna happen in my reality. So
Totally.
don't fall for the fear lingo and even if it's a truther that you've trusted since the beginning, guys, it doesn't matter. don't feed things that you don't want to happen in your reality. And that's where I'm coming from. It's like, if I see something I don't want to, and I don't want to happen, trust me, the first thing I'm like, not in my reality. And like, so I become the creator, right? I say, no, it's not going to happen in my simulation. Sorry.
Yeah. And you know what cards came up as you were talking? Our Ace of Swords, which is about speaking truth, creating and writing our own script. And so doing it from that highest place through the heart and then the world. We create our world. We create our reality. So that's why the Hermit then came up. Go inside. Spend time with your beautiful wisdom, with your own intuition. It's really important. So set your day up. Notice what you're thinking. Yeah, beautifully said, Elisa.
Yeah. So anyway, we went past, but it was something that I felt like, oh my God, I'm losing my mind, that we are still in this place of people asking Janine, oh my God, is this true? Oh my God, the Ebola is coming. No,
it's not. No. So no, it's all good.
A big fat no. All right, guys. I love you. I hope you help others that might be falling into that trap. Help them. Let them know. Again, we are the creator, not in my reality. And Maree, anything else?
No, I just want to wish everyone the most beautiful holiday season and Christmas. I'm going to be back on the 3rd, I think it is, of January. I'm heading back over to my family in Western Australia. It's like, I was saying to Elisa, it's like going from San Francisco to New York and then another 8 hours drive the next day. So it's a long way away. So I'll be almost off grid. But I'll be up for bookings as soon as I'm back. So if anyone wants to have a start to the year and have a beautiful healing session and help you to get more in touch with that divine wisdom and your intuition, just book in through mymagicmaree.com. And Jasper wants to send you all up. He, since I've picked him up just then, he's been putting out this beautiful pink energy. So just receive it. This is real deep heart love. This is unconditional love. It's just gorgeous, divine feminine energy coming through. And there's a lot of big consciousness energy coming in at the moment. So remember to love yourself. Remember to be kind. And Jasper wants to send you all big Merry Christmas as well.
Very good. Thank you, Jasper. We love you. Thank you, everybody. Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and if you don't, happy holidays.
Yep.
Maree, then we'll see you. So we're going to skip Thursday of this week and Tuesday of next week, right? And then you're back on Thursday.
Then I'm back. I'm back. I'm not back till late my Friday night, which is, I should be right for Saturday morning.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I think that's the 31st. Yeah. You okay doing it on the 31st? I think we maybe, can I leave that one? Because I'm going to be home really late the night before for my morning. Yep. So we started again afresh the following your Tuesday night. So I think that's the 3rd or 4th. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd probably work better.
Okay.
So
All
awesome.
right, everybody. Be the creators that you are for 2023. All right.
Yes.
All right. Love you.
See you guys. Love you.
Bye-bye.